Hey party people, how you guys doing? My name is Kim Douglas, coming to you from Prosperous Property Investments. Just want to share a couple of prosperity points with you just to help you out in your life, help you out in your business, just to help you moving along. So today, I am going to talk to you guys about, are you the jack of all trades and the master of none? So that's what the subject is going to be about today. And yes, we'll get into it in just a minute. So as you're streaming in, go ahead and let me know how your day's going or where you're coming from, and then we'll have a conversation. Oh, I'm trying to get my phone right. There we go. There we go. Sorry for the shakiness. I have to hold it because it's charging. Oh, that's no good. But yeah, like I said, yeah, come on in. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know how your day has been, and we will get into it. I'm going to take a few seconds to share this with more friends, and we'll get right to it. So tell me, how's your day been? What's going on? Drop me a line as long as it's positive, and we'll keep it moving. But yes, we are going to be talking about, like I said, are you the jack of all trades and the master of none? Like, ooh, what's she going to say today? What is she going to say today? Let that thing load. There we go. Alrighty. That is good to go. Okay, guys. So, so tell me, what's going on? Who's coming in? So we've waited and we are going to get started. So today's subject is, are you the jack of all trades and the master of none? Okay, so you're like, okay, what do you mean again? What's going on in your head today? So this is what I'm going to talk to you about, all right? So are you the type of person that loses focus easy? Like you should be focusing on something and you want to just bounce around to the next thing. So you just want to shift really quickly to something else. You know, you want to move on to the next best thing, the next hottest strategy and technique. You just want to, like, yeah, this is the new thing. I'm all over it. Is that you? You know, I'm just saying that basically that is called shiny object syndrome. So you see something pretty over here, something colorful over here. You want to jump from what you're currently working on, what you're currently doing in your business, and go try it out. Go try it out, right? Okay, so that's cool. But then again, is that really helping you and in your life or in your business, right? So the thing about it is like I said with the subject, are you the jack of all trades and the master of none? So basically what I'm trying to say is that multitasking is not always the best when you're learning a strategy and when you're trying to build something. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, you guys, give me some feedback. Let me know if you agree with that statement, that multitasking might not always be the best thing for you, you know, if you are learning a new strategy or you are trying to build something new, right? So would you say that it is better to be the jack of all trades and the master of none? So meaning you can do several things. Okay, you can do like several things good enough to get them done, essentially. So is that better than mastering one thing and becoming awesome at it, becoming great at it, then adding something else to do the same thing, like duplication? So basically focusing on one thing, becoming amazing at it, then adding something else and doing the same process over and over. So what is it? Which is better? I'm going to tell you that even though it's not the sexiest thing or the sexy strategy, what you want to hear is that focusing on one thing and becoming amazing at it, becoming great at it, is going to take you way farther in life than doing several things okay or good enough to just get them done. I'm going to give you guys a couple examples, right? So the difference between the struggling people and the successful people is they have become masters. They've become experts, right? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to name a couple of people, and you guys tell me right away what comes to your mind when you hear that name. Okay? When I say Oprah, what comes to your mind? How did Oprah get known? How did Oprah get known? Through her talk show. Through her talk show. That's how Oprah got known. If I say Tony Robbins, what do you associate with Tony Robbins? We all know that Tony Robbins is an amazing motivational speaker, right? If I say to you, Michael Jordan, what's the first thing that pops in your head? Golf player? No. Not really. Basketball player. He was an amazing basketball player. That's the first thing that pops in your mind when you think of this person. When you think of Rachel Ray. Yay, I love Rachel Ray. What is the first thing that pops in your mind when you think of Rachel Ray? She cooks. She has a cooking show. So if you listen to what I just went through, Oprah, we know her from her talk show. Tony Robbins, we know he's a motivational speaker. Michael Jordan, we know he's associated with basketball. If you say basketball, you say Michael Jordan, you know? If you say Rachel Ray, you say, oh yeah, the lady who cooks. The point I'm trying to make is that they became an expert in their field. So when you hear the word basketball, you associate or brand that with Michael Jordan. They're synonymous. They go together. Like when you say his name, or even when you say basketball, if you're talking about basketball greats, I'm pretty sure his name would be one of the ones to come up. So when you are branded, when you learn how to master something, like master something instead of being the jack of all trades and the master of none, then you are associated with greatness in that field. Yep, it's very super common. It is very super common. You know, so many people, like I said, the difference between the struggling people and the successful people is that they've picked one thing, they became amazing at it, to the point where now, when you even say talk show, you're going to be like, whoa, Oprah. Or when you even say great basketball player, you're going to think in your mind, Michael Jordan. Like, they're the same. They're one and the same. So that's what I'm talking about today, is learning to master, become an expert. That it's so much better to become an expert at one thing. Like I said, Michael Jordan became an expert at one thing. So that means if you learn to become an expert at one thing, you can always add more skills to that after you've already branded yourself. Like I say, take Oprah again, for example. Like, we know she started out with her talk show, but then that kind of shifted and moved into writing books and being in movies. But how she got started, we know her from her talk show. You know, that's how and then people knew her, as a name, a familiar face, and they moved, and then she moved into other areas of being successful. But, she started with one area. Like I say, I know I'm guilty of this. I have to work on this myself, that when there's something new that pops up, that I'm just like, ooh, what's going on over here? Or, ooh, what's going on over there? And it's good to have someone, a coach, to kind of refocus you. I think everyone should have a coach. You can have a mentor in more than one subject because, hey, there's several people in different areas that are great in that area. Pick someone who's done it, someone who's great in that area, and mimic. So like I said, those people, they branded themselves to where you almost know their name is associated with that field. Let's see what we got going on here. Amen, makes perfect sense, or else we would stretch ourselves too thin and get zero things done. Yep, very true. Like I said, I'm guilty of that too myself. I want to ooh, that's cool. I want to try it. But then again, you have to realize that you need to be great at the one thing that you're working on before you're able to add more to the pot before you're able to add more to the pie. A couple weeks ago, I talked about nearsightedness, farsightedness, and I'm going to add one more to that. So the nearsight is basically seeing what's going on around you, you know. The farsight is the future, the goals, the success that you want to reach. But to that vision, I have to add tunnel vision in the future. I mean, tunnel vision in the near sight, you know, because yes, you have to see what's going on around you, but does that mean you have to act upon everything that's put in front of you? No. I'm just saying the tunnel vision so that you, hey Marianne, how you doing, girl? The tunnel vision so that you can look into the future, so that you can not be distracted by all the new things or the things that other people might be trying that might work for them, but maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's not the strategy. And I always say everything in due time, you know, so maybe it's not the right time for you to try to do that strategy or try to do what you see other people doing. You have to focus on one thing, learn it, master it, then add more to what you're doing. So that's pretty much my live for today. Basically, don't be a jack of all trades. Learn to master something. Be patient. Put the time, the work, the effort in to master it. You know, like I said, those people that I mentioned before, they're all masters. They mastered one thing. They're amazing at one thing. Okay, yes, too many new things every other week. We just have to stick with one or two things. You're doing an awesome job, Kim. Thanks. I like to hear that. Everyone's doing an awesome job. You just got to stick with it. Like stick and stay until you get your pay. Very, very wise words, you know. And then also, like I said, focus until. Focus until. There's an amazing motivational speech on that from Jim Rohn. And if you don't know who Jim Rohn is, he's actually the person who mentored Tony Robbins, you know. So Jim Rohn's, he has a live that says, focus until. Do this until. That's basically saying you got to stick with it until you master it. Don't say that, I got it down a little bit, I can move on to the next thing. No, you have to master it. Like master it, be great at it. You know, if you want to be successful, you got to be great. You can't be average at it. You can't do it enough or good enough. Yes, Jim Rohn is the truth. You can't do it enough, you know. You just have to, you know, keep doing it until it's right, you know, until you're ready to add something new. So like I said, that was my talk today. Just want to tell you guys to stay focused. Yes, use your near sight to see what's going on around you. Use your far sight to have vision into the future. But put on those blinders, baby, because there's going to be a lot of distractions trying to take you away from that future goal, trying to take you away from that future vision. So put on those blinders, get the tunnel vision into the far sight, which is your future. And honestly, if you want a way to learn, learn how to market your business, learn how to brand yourself so that people associate you with your business or with your service. So when they say basketball, they understand that, hey, Michael Jordan, you know, when they say Michael Jordan, they realize, hey, that's a basketball great. Same thing with you and your business. If you want to have massive success, you have to learn how to master something. You have to be great at something. People have to know you as the go-to person in your industry. If you want some more information about how to make that change, go ahead and click the link in the description box above to get more details. And I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thanks you guys so much for coming. I want to say thanks for gifting me again with your most valuable commodity, which is some of your time. What's Joseph saying down here? Don't wear the brand, be the brand. Yep. Be the boss. Be the boss. Be the name that people go to in your industry. Like I said, the people that are successful, the people that are great, they're associated with their industry, you know? All right, so learn something great. Use it to work towards your favor. I want to say you guys have a prosperous day or night on purpose, and thank you again for your time. You guys take care. Bye.